Hey guys, Carlos CGR here, back again with another showcase for you, but this time I have Spider-Man, Vision, Scarlet Witch, the Falcon, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Black Panther, all for my second part of Captain America Civil War. So yeah, this video should have been done a long time ago. I was planning to get this out in the summer, but it was nowhere near finished. Spider-Man was actually the first one I finished like back in June. Vision started to come along and I finished recently, like within like the earlier part of the month. But anyways, without further ado, let's just get started. And here we have the brand new Tom Holland Spider-Man. Tom Holland was excellent as the brand new Spider-Man. He fit into this universe just nicely. His costume looks good along with other superheroes. You know, he was just honestly one of the best highlights in this movie. And it's just so cool, like, seeing actors come out of nowhere and play easily one of the top 5 most liked and popular superheroes. And yeah, he didn't disappoint at all, and I really liked him. And so to go over, there's all pretty like self-explanatory webbing, so I'm just gonna open like the figure up a little bit so you can see everything along here. The symmetricality in the webbing and like the different bands like sort of killed me a little bit, but I really like how it came out. And as you can see within there, you can see the little dots for it's supposed to be the web shooters, but I can't really make it out what it is because I have never seen the web shooters. I mean, nobody can. I haven't found the best reference, but yeah, you know, I try. And as you can see for underneath the legs, he has all sorts of webbing wrapping all around. Also, I really like the red spider I did on the back. And yeah. The face, I really like how the webbing perfectly interlocks with everything around the head, so it all comes back nice and neatly, and I really think it came out looking just centered and looked really, really good. And yeah, that's to do it for the figure as a whole, but I just wanted to go over his alternative face that I have made for him. Well, not really made, but it was a quick throw together. It's like, hey, I'll put it together for the figure. So this isn't much. It's just an Obi-Wan Kenobi head with like a little bit of black paint, like pointing up near the mouth to make like a little bit of a smirk. And I just gave him some brown hair that I painted, like a brown, like slick back, like Robin hairpiece. But yeah, that has to do it for my replication of the new Tom Holland Spider-Man in Lego. Black Panther was a a character that I never knew about until this movie. I mean, honestly, I've never really, like, branched out to Marvel, properties or DC, like, properties. I mainly only stuck with Batman, but I do like Superman, Wonder Woman, all that. But yeah, each Marvel movie introduced me to a new character but anyways, learning about T'Challa the Black Panther right here was also very cool because I loved his suit in the movie, so I wanted to make sure it looked equally as awesome when I translated it over into Lego. So yeah, so as always, let's just start off with the legs. So the legs, they just have all sorts of different lining and whatnot. I mean, there's not much to, I can't, like, really, like, go in detail of each and every line, but it's pretty self-explanatory of, like, how, like, just really, like, sewed together and, like, lined out his outfit is in the movie, and I just can't really, you know, talk about it individually. There's so many different patterns and, like, you know, positions and, like, areas that all the lines are pointing to. As you can see, I just stuck with the original Lego design, and I also added on, like, my own silver, like everyone's done, because why keep to Lego? We can just do it by yourself. So yeah, I completely sculpted over the mouthpiece of a Batman helmet, and I'm having a hard time getting it in frame, so I'll have to hold it back. So you can see the inside of the eyes are yellow, and he has all the necessary silver markings that he has on his head. And as you can see on the side, he has this, hold on, let me focus in. Yeah. Alright, so as you can see, he has that, like, gray lining. Same can be said for the other side. And yeah. And there's also all sorts of different silver linings that wrap over from the top of the head all back. And yeah. So that has to do it for Black Panther. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This figure took like most of a few days to get out, but yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. So let's move on to our next minifigure. And here we have Black Widow. And to get her Brick Forge nightsticks out of the way because you already know what they look like on her. But yeah, Black Widow in this movie, she was honestly everything you could ever ask for a Black Widow minifigure, and for I mean a Black Widow like character, and I think I really brought it over in Lego just fine. And as you can see, I used an area like curved torso for her body, and you can see that I also gave her like little gun holsters right there, and as you can see, they wrap around on both of her legs. And as you can see on her legs are just a continuation of her boots. And, you know, there's all sorts of, like, knee pads and straps. And also there's her belt. It also goes around on the other side. These are also, these little slots right here, those are supposed to be what holds her nightsticks, even though they look kind of small, because the nightsticks are big. But that's what she has in the movie. And so I just saw them, and I painted them on. And you may be wondering what's up with the arms. The arms are actually, like, there's some, like, 3D elements going on. The stupid lamp. But as you can see with her arm, you can see that's electrical tape wrapped around her arms a few times, and they're also like glued down. And also, as you can see, this is more electrical tape, and as you can see, they're supposed to be like the tops of her tasers, so they like jut out a little bit more than the main layer that's going around her wrist does. And as you can see, I really think it looks good. And yeah, this is probably one of my better painted female torsos, which some to point out. And the final thing to go over is her face. I just used a Wonder Woman hairpiece and painted her lips pink. And I also gave her one of these like normal Lego hair pieces. It's not much, they're pretty common. It's just I didn't want to make anything like an extravagant piece. I just wanted to find like something that could work, and this works. I didn't want to go out of my way to like find something extravagant, because honestly, if you look at the way this drapes over like a minifigure's head, it looks almost exactly like how it does for Scarlett Johansson in the movie. So I decided to not make it extravagant and like, you know, go full out on this, because honestly, it doesn't need to be anything else than this. It's honestly just fine like this. But yeah, enough of that. And that has to do it for Black Panther, Black Widow. No, I'm not going to redo this segment. But yeah, thank you guys so much. So let's continue on with the next minifigure, thank goodness. And Vision is definitely one of my favorite minifigures from the showcase, and definitely one of my favorite characters from the movie. He just is so cool. He's funny at times, and he like the colors on him really do pop. And I just really like how like it's just a base of like dark green, and like it really pops with all this sort of like silver purples, the silver pinks, the magentas, the regular pinks, the gold. It just all really pops on the minifigure. So to remove everything, I'm just gonna do this off cam, because everything is better with me if I do it off cam. So as you can see, there's the main head there, everything without the head, and also if I take out that, as you can see, his cape is pretty normal. I actually got the inspiration from this cape off of like the design of a desk chair, the Vision desk chair design that I found online. And if whether it's accurate or not, Vision's cape is really weird in the movie. I mean, like you can never like really like see it for its like true form, because it's always like waving in the wind. And what I can make out of it is that like there's like a lot of lines that are hard to make out. So this will work. I think this will just do fine if I can pick it up. Oh, come on. Sorry if I have to wobble the camera to get it. But yeah, there's like, if we go around, you can see there's a little bit more of the back of his arms and his actual back. And as you can see, he just has all sorts of different purples and pinks and some golds, and I really like how he came out. He's definitely one of my greatest figures that I've ever done to date, but also I can honestly say that a lot of my other figures that I still haven't shown are probably better than this. So without further ado, I'm going to prove myself right by just doing that and showing you those guys. So now here we have the Falcon, and when I look at this Falcon, I am so proud of how he came out. Fun fact, actually, if you combine the work of the torso front and back, the sculpting and painting of the jetpack, and the painting of the head, all of those things, you get like, I honestly spent like most of like a night, and like when I got back from school like the next day, to finish this guy off. This guy literally took a little bit under 24 hours. Like, I mean, like, that section of the minifigure literally took under 24 hours. Well, at least, like, you know, like, the midsection headed, like, jetpack. But you get the point. And that's also like counting for like sleep and whatnot. But anyway, so moving on with him, he has like all sorts of different like black linings and silver outlines, as you can see. As you can see, like, oh yeah, and also on his arms independently like have like these different arm designs. So as you can see, this one has a few red and silver highlights, and this one is like supposed to be like his like arm pad, and so they actually look kind of different. There's nothing much going on there, but as you can see, they look quite different. And yeah, as you can see, I also gave him sleeve cuffs with some electrical tape glued down, and I also with some electrical tape I was able to give him his pads with a little bit of red underneath there. And as you can see, I just gave him a cyborg head painted on the goggles, and I painted his little beard going on, and I painted his entire hair and goggles wrapping all the way around, and I turned it into something really awesome, I think. And as you see on his jetpack, it was completely sculpted and painted within like the course of under 24 hours. And as you can see, if you look in between there, you can see like what's supposed to be like Red Wing when he like injects outwards. But yeah, I really think it came out looking really, really nice. And as you can see, there's like all sorts of belt outlines, and there's like all sorts of like highlights in red, and there's also some like black things on the sides, and that. And let's look in on the inside of the legs. So there's nothing much going on. Oh, also he has his mini Uzis from the movie. But yeah, yeah, is that it for the figure already? Wow, that was quick. So as I struggle to get him looking good and operational for this end of the segment, thank you guys for looking at this figure. I don't know why I'm saying thank you already, the video's not even over. But yeah, hope you guys really enjoyed this figure. So let's move on to our final two. And Scarlet Witch was easy, very, very easy. Literally, this took like, what, like a day or something? I mean, if you look at her legs, there's practically nothing because she really like wears like these like skin tight pants that are pretty blank. There's not like any like zipper designs or like any sort of like pockets or anything. So I just didn't bother. And on her legs, as you can see, there's a different line. One line represents like the upper lining of her boots, and like the silver line, like it's supposed to like represent like the zipper going around her legs. And yeah, that's it for like the boots. And there's also, I just gave her like little like swirls for like the front of her feet. And her abilities, I just gave her these red studs because honestly, I do not own any discs, and I just really can't do anything to, like, whatchamacallit. Okay, I just lost my train of thought, but we're just gonna continue on because I'm annoyed. So as you can see, it's just, you can see this is also a modified Cape Madness trench coat. I cut this down a little bit to size because it sort of drapes around her. I also cut out that, like, V section out there. And, like, the arms, they have this little black outlinings going around the arms, the top, and the shoulders. I don't know, I can't get the best lighting, but there it is. And, she just has a regular face, and I really like what I did for her torso. It's all just dark black, some exposed skin with a necklace, and also some zippers going down. And yeah, that has to do it for Scarlet Witch. So let's move on to our final minifigure. Hawkeye in the movie was very excellent. I really think that Jeremy Renner really did his job, and I really think by each movie, Hawkeye is becoming more of a likable and cool character. But to move out of the way, he just has this brick forged bow with like this thread through it, and as you can see, he also has like this little arrow. Nothing much to it, just painted the tip. And so let's move on to the main figure itself. So to move on with the back, it's just like the arrow quiver was completely sculpted, and as you can see, these little arrows were added in afterwards. And like you can see, like the arrow design within the quiver. And yeah, and also I had to hold on. I had to like sand down like I had to sand down Hawkeye's head in order to make the quiver fit because I accidentally made a mistake, and I was kind of mad, but eventually it worked out. See, it still interlocks with you can see what the head originally was, but yeah. I also painted on the new, the Hawkeye design from last year's Age of Ultron sets, but, I didn't want to, buy, a completely new figure or a set, just to get one head. So, to make things easier, I just painted on my own face, and I really think it's an exact copy. I really think it works. And on his torso, he has the same zipper design that Scarlet Witch has. And he also has like this 3D electrical tape strap, which you can sort of see right there protruding. And as you can see, he has an exposed arm with some exposed skin, not much, and some paint work on his hand for his glove. All sorts of, he has all sorts of dark blue, purple padding, and you see he has all sorts of straps. And he also has like the same sort of holster that I use for Black Widow. And as you can see, it just wraps around. And yeah, that has to do it for Hawkeye and every single minifigure that I have brought to you guys here for the showcase video. So without further ado, let's just wrap this all up. So that is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again for one of my many more to come showcases within September. And also, I'm finally proud to say that I have completed Team Captain America from Captain America Civil War. And I also have a completed Team Iron Man from Captain America Civil War. All to be put together to make all 12 minifigures from that movie. So thank you guys so much once again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.